I'm gonna tell y'all something out there. I'm guessing it's some kind of prompt or some kind of throw off or some kind of emulator or some kind of person that's playing as me. But who is this people pleaser that everybody keep mistaking me as? Let's get one thing straight. I think it's just a gimmick, so I'm really not throwing no hints because it's been going on for so long. I'm just gonna go with it now. But let me tell y'all something out there. Let me teach y'all this Ouroboros the way I had to learn it. Let me teach y'all what it feel like when somebody done put you in an experiment your whole life, and no matter what you done and what you done accomplished, you still gotta stay wherever you was at. You hear people all the time, you go to school, if you on drugs and this and that, you heal, you'll get a better life, you'll do better. Imagine, you hear the biblical way, somebody slap you on both cheeks. Somebody slap you on one cheek, turn to the other cheek. Okay. Well, imagine if somebody keeps slapping you. Imagine if somebody keeps slapping you. Imagine if you heal and you still gotta stay in a bad position. How do this work? It works when they got you in an experiment. Well, how do this look on the surface? It looks on the surface. They gotta make it look like this on the surface. It look like you're a coward. It look like you letting people manipulate you. It look like you letting people abuse you. It looks like you just getting bullied. But when someone got you in an experiment, whoever got you in an experiment, especially if they did it to you as a child, they got the law, everybody backing them up. Organizations, you name it. It ain't nothing you can do. And if you try to do it, this is how a lot of my brothers and sisters done ended up in prison. Because what happened is you try to fight for what's yours, and they gonna lock you up 4 times in a short window of time. I think you got 3 years to get locked up 4 times. They're gonna send you straight to prison. And you know what they're gonna do to you if you go to prison and you was in an experiment. They're gonna harass you in these prisons so you stay in prison. Because the experiment, from what I've understood about these experiments, they supposed to be, I guess, elevate you, this and that, blah, 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 blah. But for me, it's a lot more spiritual than you think. It's their job is to make you descend. See, I got this a long time ago. I figured this out a long time ago. Okay? So I had to figure out how to ascend in a position where they were going to continue to keep me in a position where I can never ascend and I'm going to have to always descend. So I had to learn how to stay neutral. I had to understand neutral. I had to perfect neutral. I had to get myself in a position to understand that no matter how much I ascend, I'm not really going to be able to ascend in the physical. So I had to work the Ouroboros. Okay? Now, let me show you how this, but I got something out of this situation. Because you tend to ask God, why you letting this happen to me, God? There is no God. What God is? God watching me suffer. God don't care nothing about me. You say all this stuff. But I figured out something. I figured out a way to save my people in a position that the system was keeping me forced in. And I was like, this right here is heaven. This is what I did. I secured my bag when I did, before they fraudulent crime in just took it from me. I secured my bag. I put it in a place where I couldn't even help people. So when my people come to me, they see my nice cars I drive and they ask for this, ask for that, I ain't got it to give it. Now, studio time, that's different. Because some of these people that has these gifts to be great rappers and musicians didn't know the first thing about being a musician. In other words, they couldn't read or write. So that's when you gotta play your position if you wanna actually lift your people. So I said, one of my goals is to elevate the people. So I'm gonna utilize this position that they forcefully keeping me stuck in so I can't reposition. So I can't advance, so I can't ascend. So I secured my bag, I secured my security. And I allowed myself to be used in a healthy way. So now when they come to me and ask me for help, I ain't giving them nothing. See, in order for somebody to be using you, you have to give them something, even if it's just sex. I've been alone for almost 7 to 10 years. The people that I did help, and when I did have people around me to help, it wasn't but for about a month out of 7 to 10 years. Okay? And I call that doing my good deeds, helping somebody. I don't know if you know this, but you're supposed to help somebody every now and again, a stranger. That helps you elevate in the spiritual, no matter what. But see, they even put me in a position where I couldn't even do that. So let's go back to this old boy. So I was like, well, how can I elevate when they won't let me elevate? Well, I'll elevate in a way that they don't expect you to elevate. Because one thing for sure is that our people, black people, especially in America, needs to know how to properly elevate. So I'm out here looking sexy. I'm on the block looking good. I'm stuck on the block, I'm riding good, driving good. One thing they ain't gonna do is rob me. One thing they ain't gonna do is put me on my knees. And one thing they ain't gonna do is rape me and put me and make me sleep with them. So now I ain't got no money, and now they can't put me on my knees. So now what we got? Where we go? Where we go from here? So this is why they think I'm a good person. I can smile now. I can smile now. I smile fighting you. I can smile now. Because, see, I got to stay on the block. I don't want to fight. I don't like to fight. But they forced me to stay in a position that I'm still elevating. And when you stand in a position where you still elevating around a bunch of people who don't care nothing about elevating, they're going to tend to want to bully the one who is elevating. Okay? Now, when you rock and roll with them and you go ahead and done been in that situation for so long, where you still continue to elevate around people who don't want to elevate, you learn how to fight with a smile on your face. And then you learn demons in people that just won't change their ways. And some of these people might live in the same place that you lay. So you just got to hit the yeah button on them. They're not getting no money out of you. They're not sleeping with you. They're not doing nothing wrong to you. So why even bother to give your energy to them? That's how I learned how to learn. I had to learn how to have peace in a place with no peace. Okay? That's what people got to understand. You don't hear drama around me. You don't see drama around me, and it ain't because I'm a people pleaser. People pleasers don't have no peace. People pleaser always got somebody wanting something. People pleaser always got somebody around them bothering them. People pleasers always got somebody hindering them. People pleasers always got somebody around them with their hands out. Ain't nobody around me doing none of that. I'm a joker. A real joker. A real one. Okay? Now I'm utilizing my twin. Don't take this offensive, baby. I love you. You know it. But you like to say this a lot, so I figured y'all just got some kind of TV thing going on or some kind of movie, and I'm just gonna go with the plot. But here's the twist. It ain't real. See, I'm in a position, I'm sitting in a situation where I was born in. I already done got my respect in these people. If I wanted to get down with these people, I would have to disrespect myself and get back on the level with these people. I have already earned my peace from these people. Now, see, if I move and relocate, then I get back in the other gear. But around here in this whole town, ain't nobody messing with me around here. This is what it looked like when you peaceful, for real. Okay? Now, but I go with your little show, and I know it's just a show. But y'all need to learn something from this. Understand something, black people. Around the world, we need to be lifted. How can we heal each other if you can't go around each other? You want to go around each other. You really do want to help each other, but you already telling each other, as soon as I get mine, I'm coming out the hood. I'm getting out the hood. I'm getting out the slum. I'm getting out the streets. So you got to ask yourself, if I get a nice car, I'm getting away from everybody. I get there, I'm getting away from them. Well, actually, you running. See, that's what I learned when they forced me to stay in a position when I couldn't reposition. How can I keep my cars? How can I keep my nice things? How can I keep my lover safe? Well, I had to stand firm in this position. How can I not do drugs like everybody else? How can I not drink like everybody else? How can I not be like everybody else? Well, I got to stand firm in my position. So the women that stood firm with me, that's why they looked at it a lot different when they were standing with me. They looked at it like they just walked out of a magazine. But as soon as they turned on me and went on the opposing team that was against me, they started looking like them. The opposite of someone that's looking good in a magazine. You dig? See, I perfected the way and I get it. And I understand it. If y'all like, I'm a people pleaser, because from the outside looking in, it looked like I'm a people pleaser to anybody except a merchant. That's why I don't hear no higher ups talking, because they already know that I'm perfect when it comes to something like this. They get it. You can't explain this, but I'm finna explain this. And when I get through explaining this, they're gonna be like, wow, I can't believe that he's that perfect. Because a lot of us experience this and ain't no way in the hell you can explain it. And I'm explaining it to you. This right here, this way of learning can turn a rich kid into a gangster, a thug. I ain't talking about y'all definition of one. I'm talking about one that ain't taking nothing from nobody, straight up hard, in a good way. What I mean by that is this. My nice car still in my yard. That's my car, that's my truck. They put me in a position where I feel like I need to sell my stuff. I did sell my car to my pop. I wasn't using it, but it's still in my yard. Just off of that car and that truck right there alone to give me at least 20 bars. And I could get out of this yard if I really wanted to get out of this yard. But thank the Lord, I know I'm on my purpose with the Lord, so I know better to sell my cars. You get it? Now, if I shift gears, that's what I mean by shifting gears. Now, if my twin, my sugar cookie, come to get me and I have to go to her state, then I would have to shift gears. Not with her. I'm going to still be the same in her face. But when it comes down to this business stuff, she going to see me shift gears in front of her face. And it ain't gonna be the way where you see people calling when they trying to sell real estate and they changing their voice so they can make sure that you buy their real estate. If it ain't a good place, I'm gonna tell you it ain't a good place. If it is a good place, I'm gonna tell you it's a good place. And if you pay me a little more, I tell you it's a haunted place. You understand? So let me tell you something. This is how I get down. I earned this in this town. I don't care how they feel about me. No one around me, white, black, male or female, no matter who they is. They respected me because I've been like this since I was in elementary. Okay? I ain't never been a people pleaser. You can't own nothing being a people pleaser. You can't have nothing being a people pleaser. The only thing that they took from me is my women. If you are my woman and you supposed to be with me and you supposed to stay with me, then you supposed to be able to say no to them so you can continue to be with me. If you are trying to come to me and you supposed to be a woman that's trying to come to me, then you was supposed to say no to them so you can meet me. So you was weak, not me. Ain't nobody ever came and bullied me and took my woman from me, ever. They had to wait till I went to work, wait till I did something, wait till my back turned, run that game on my queen to make sure she leave me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't chase women. If you a bird and you fly away and you love me, then you will fly back to me. But you gotta be in my energy. I'm not gonna chase you in somebody else's energy when my energy is already of godly. That's silly. I like to travel, I like to build. They put me in a position where I can't even use my hands to build. And I don't think like a man with no hands. I love to build. So I know y'all playing your little movie script, and that's why I'm not gonna sit right here and say chill. I go with it. But you might wanna research the real me. So you gotta go through all the masks that were playing to be me. I hate it cause y'all gotta go through that cause you might not ever get to see me. But somewhere amongst them masks is the real me. What do you mean by that? The one who stole my doctor documents, the one who stole my past documents, how I lived in my life, how I lived in school, how I did my thing, how I strive and I struggle, how I did my trials and tribulations, how I didn't skip my trials and tribulations, how I sweat blood to get what I wanted. That's what make you a man. Ain't nobody took nothing from me. Even my sister, my siblings, since they robbed me, helped rob me, they'll sit there and try to tell you I'm weak. I'm gonna tell you something about a family. It's easy for a family to say you weak, but only a fool would listen to a family that'll call their own sibling weak. Because a family can have the laws in their pocket and make sure that you stay and look weak. A family can keep you in a position where you stuck. A family can take your birth certificate and give it to somebody else. A family can take your documents. A family can take your deeds. A family can take your titles and sign it over to somebody else as long as they can pay under the table to somebody else to make sure they hide the truth. It ain't nothing I can do about that when a family done went weak and decided to sacrifice their own seeds. Understand that. You get what I'm saying? It ain't my job to step back into the world. In what world? There's nowhere to go to. You know why people are not around me and not coming around me? Because they know if they're gonna come around me, they need to heal themselves in order to come around me. And if they're not around me and they ain't trying to come around me, then they ain't even trying to heal themselves. So they know better to come around me. And I know better to go around them. That's what you see. Okay? Come on, baby. We know the Cinderella story. They hid her and it took a slipper. And if it wasn't for that slipper, they wouldn't have found her. Just imagine that. So you know how easy it is to miss the slipper? Listen to what I'm saying. If it wasn't for the slipper, they wouldn't have never found her. It was an accident that he stumbled on her. It was a slipper. Out of all the good that's about her, all the greatness about her, all the beauty about her, he didn't know nothing about that. That wasn't exposed to him. He didn't notice that. He only noticed the slipper. For all he concerned, a car could have wore that slipper. A horse could have wore that slipper. A goat could have wore that slipper. He had no clue on who actually wore that slipper. See what I'm saying? We got to understand this. Now, when you get into your emotions, when a family make you get into your emotions to make you think See, you gotta understand something. When it's this deep, they know kidnapping is involved, they know unaliving is involved, and they are criminals at this point, and they are scared. And they're not gonna tell you the truth, period. So what's really going on is that they rubbing you the wrong way. So you wanna, if it ain't no movie going on, you gonna project it onto me. That ain't the truth though. The goal when it comes to twins and flames is to keep us apart. God enjoying the show to see if we able to go through the dark to come together. That's a purpose from the Creator. Now, can you solve that purpose? Or are you gonna keep letting the people manipulate you? If you are in a position where they keep manipulating you or re-navigating you guys, don't continue to fail the test, but I will tell you, 9 times out of 10, you are gonna fail that test over and over again. But if you stuck in a position where you double dutching and you saying to yourself, he weak, he's weak, he ain't getting out, he ain't trying to do this because of what they told you, then you already done submitted to the loss. You hear what I'm saying? You already done submitted to the loss. And you scared at this point. No, you ain't scared, you frustrated at this point. Good, that's a healthy thing. That means that's exactly what God wants you to work on yourself at. That's where you grow at right there. So if you can beat that wall down, if you can tear that wall down, you gonna gain something in yourself that God gonna gift to you that money can't buy. A lover can't elevate this in yourself. Only you can elevate this in yourself. All you women out there, the ones who tried to come and didn't come, got re-navigated, the ones who did come and got re-navigated, and the ones who trying to come and already somebody trying to re-navigate you. Well, that's the test right there. Because see, if this is a real royalty test, and this is an inheritance experiment, then the real wealth, the real blissfulness lies in us actually getting together. So what do you do while you stuck in double dutching in something such a mess? You work on yourself. You heal yourself. You greater yourself. In this situation, you can't ask your friends because they never made it right there. You can't ask the best of your friends because they never got right there. But I can tell you this, some of the best of your friends is waiting around beside you saying as soon as she give up, they're not disrespecting you. They're not going around your back. They're not hating on you, but they are saying secretly, as soon as she give up, I'm gonna be the next one standing right there because I think I know how to get it. I think I know how to do it. I think I know how to get there. Because this is a gift from God. This is blissfulness. You think somebody ain't lined up wanting what you already got gifted from God? You better, I'm telling you, they lined up. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I've been alone for a long time. Well, outside of my sugar cookie. I know you know me, and I know you see me, so I know it ain't that they fooling you, so I'm gonna write it off as it's a play. I'm gonna write it off as it's some kind of movie. I'm gonna write it off as it's some kind of script, because you too smart for that. You got too much going for you for that. And I can feel you too close in my bones for that. Okay? So I'll play that game with you. But for the people out there, listen to me. Grow and evolve in this Ouroboros, because that's the game. The Ouroboros, when you get to a brick wall like that, and you keep double dutching in your own mind, good. You finally at your upgrade. Now pass the test so you can be upgraded. Don't fall back. Don't renege. Don't settle. Because that's all I've been seeing people do, settle, and their excuse was displays. Okay, whatever, right? I seen too many women leave displays for exotic when they got older, so that is a joke. So let's just move out of the way with that, right? Or vice versa. Don't matter, right? Because at the end of the day, this right here is also a test going on for measures. And I don't blame them, because it's time for us to get to the bottom of this stuff. whatever's going on when it comes down to the male forest. But all of the other stuff, come on now, y'all. I'm writing it off as, it's like entertainment. It's like you're a big celebrity and you ready to retire, and instead of you retiring in peace like a plant job or whatever else that retire you in, good ways, they gotta retire you and belittling you. They gotta retire you and breaking you down. They gotta retire you and dismantling you. You ain't gotta retire nobody like that. You can thank God for the accomplishments and for the evolution, the little evolution that I was able to bring through, even though the mass people stole everything. Because even if the mass people stole everything and told it to you, you still elevated. See what I'm saying? And I know in 5 years, just from working with God alone, I did an outstanding job with the world. So instead of trying to dismantle me and belittle me and bring me down, you should be crowning me. Instead of downing me, you should be crowning me. Play a fly. Instead of downing me, you should be crowning me. Play a fly. Instead of downing me, you should be crowning me. I already done gave, by the grace of God and by working with God, I done gave more to the world than 8 billion.1 people have gave in a small window of time. So that's not play. How can somebody that's a people pleaser is somebody of fear? How can somebody full of fear, how can somebody of fear put their life on the line? There ain't no gates around me. Ain't nobody protecting me. Ain't nobody protecting me. Ain't nobody stopping me. How can a people of fear, how can a person of fear get out here and speak like this? That's why I told you, I got out here and I spoke like this just to let you know white and blacks love me because I'm me. The racists love me because I'm me. White supremacists love me because I'm me. Revolutionaries love me because I'm me. Panthers love me because I'm me. Everybody loves me. Now listen to what I was telling y'all. I seen something in my street when they tried to keep me trapped in my street, and I said, well, one of the main goals that I want to do for my street is elevate and heal my street, but I don't want to give them a fish. I want to show them how to fish. So God put me in a position where I couldn't leave the streets, and I took advantage of the position where I couldn't leave the streets, and I secured everything that belonged to me that I did not want to leave because I worked for it, sweat blood for it, and then I went on to the streets, and I healed as many people as I can heal in my streets. Some people didn't have a clue on how to get a car. Some people didn't have a clue on how to get a house because we've been so long in these streets. We didn't even know how paperwork like that look. We didn't know where to get no paperwork. We didn't know what to sign no deed. We didn't know what a deed was. We ran from pencil and paper. So I utilized that. So they can't rob me now. Now I gotta, at that time, I had to put it in their mind and let them know you're not gonna be able to rob me, you're not gonna be able to rape me, and you're not gonna be able to put me on my knees. So I elevated as well with my streets. I can leave that window open right there and I can leave. I can open up my studio in the back there and I can leave. And I can go for 2-3 hours and come back. And still got everything where I left it. If I was a people pleaser. See what I'm saying? I'm a good person. Because I was able, see, when you don't know how to perfect your character of being a good person, why did I want to be such a good person? Because I want to elevate with God. So being in them streets or being stuck in them streets, I want to elevate with God. I want to see my brother Jesus. In order for me to do that, I had to perfect being a good person, no matter what. This is what it really means, getting slapped on both cheeks. It means somebody taking your rights from you, somebody taking everything from you. Well, it might not mean it to that degree, but for me it did. And it ain't nowhere you can go, it ain't nowhere you can move except for those streets. So on those streets, I had nice things and nobody took nothing from me. That's where the real fight started with me. So if anything, people get together and they hate on me secretly and they tell y'all all these things about me, but you better stop using your physical eyes and them physical ears and learn to use your third eye and your third ear. Because 9 times out of 10, whatever you hear is probably the opposite. Whatever you see is probably the opposite. Everything is one big illusion out there. So I was able to get in any kind of attire, however you say, or clothing, and I can go out here to these streets and not worry about somebody robbing me. Because I had already been on these streets and practiced that on these streets. So am I saying that they never did it? No, of course they tried it. That's why they're not trying it anymore. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Did they try to kill me? Of course they tried to kill me. Shot at me plenty of times. And I ain't get a scar. And I didn't run. If anything, I ran toward the car. You gonna shoot at me? I work hard. I had this attitude on the street. I work hard and I sweat blood for what I had. And I be damned if you gonna take it from me. It ain't like being a celebrity. You got millions in the bank and you can just go and replace it anytime you want. No, I done spent my last dollar on what I got and I be damned if you take it from me. I ain't ashamed to say it. I had to work check to check, say them checks up just to get a business. And the business wasn't even paying me. But I'd be damned if you take it from me. That's what made me tough. If I had a lot more money to where I could replace that, I probably wouldn't have never even got tough. So I had to thank God for this situation that made me tough. So thank you, my black ebony queen out there, for giving me something to talk about. I really think you just sent me these messages so I could get out here and talk loud. So I really do appreciate you. Because I can get lazy sometimes and start to pout. So thank you.